on in. Come on in, come on in. Let's talk about some things this morning. First, let me give you guys, just something for the one time. All right, so I'm doing what feels right for me on a soul level. So sometimes you gotta just do things, not even soul is you know, on a spiritual level. How about that? So sometimes you gotta do things on a spiritual level and what's right for you. Anyway, let's jump right on into what's going on out here. Beyonce had her last show date in Atlanta last night. That was 4 dates. She did that Thursday, Friday, Sunday, and Monday. Now, between the Sunday and Monday date, I think it was the Sunday date, the date that Jay Z popped out on fans, and the fans wasn't even dancing; they were just like standing there because the Beehive. You guys know you know what's mostly there, and Tyler Perry there with his lime green get up on or yellow get up on. You guys have to see it. And at the time, someone caught Tyler Perry. You know, as I'm going through these streets of social media trends from Instagram, that's the messiest. I'm sorry, the trends is so messy. But someone caught some footage of Tyler Perry with his yellow get up on, and Beyonce was singing Diva, and she was at the part where she said, "You ain't no diva." And you should see Tyler Perry. He wasn't singing it out loud, but you could tell he was singing it in his mind and just his whole stance. But either way, they're claiming that Beyonce has some unreleased music stolen and some future, you know, um, st- some future stage set plays and future music and all this other shit. Why are you riding around with that type of stuff? Firstly, and I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what how the media covers this in the next coming up weeks or whatever. But I can't see Beyonce being that reckless. But maybe she is. But anyway, let's talk about Clarissa, the troll shields. I'm gonna be honest with you. There were some fights this weekend. One fight, Layla Ali actually hosted the the one Serrano fight or whatever. She hosted that fight from New York or wherever it was going on, but for some reason I was thinking it was New York. But either way, Layla Ali, hosted it, and they of course asked her about Clarissa Shields, and she said 15 to 20 million. Now I want to say this: that's a come up for Clarissa Shields. So Clarissa Shields obviously was kind of on some, oh yeah, I'm gonna lay Layla on her back, whoop de whoop de whoop. Okay, you want to lay Layla on her back, but Layla is bringing 15, 20 million to your way. Now, I don't know what your price is to fight, but that's a lot of money that's on the table, right? So that would be something for the books. That's something really, really big out here, right? So with something so big, it's like something so big like that, she's, trolling Layla, and I'm gonna lay her on her back and just kind of come in with the ghetto shit. Sidebar: Remy Ma and Fat Joe brought the dude out for the guys fighting on that Saturday. That's the one. That's the fight that Clarissa and Papoose was in the front. Remy Ma and Joe was in the front. But that's Clarissa's, that's her comfort zone. So obviously, she felt like she was more standing up, more into the event. Remy Ma and Joe is kind of sitting front side as well, kind of just watching the fight, where Clarissa is up, yelling, doing what she do. What she do best is trolling and acting like she never had a man before, which she may never had a man before, but or Papoose may be her first man with clout, because she definitely, her numbers and all that went up since she got with Pat. So she see a difference in her funds. But either way, now she's trolling Rem. She's saying she'll never listen to Lean Back again, because the dude that came out to Lean Back lost the fight. So Clarissa was the first one to come out and point that out and say Lean Back hold different weight now. And I agree. Okay. So either way, Clarissa, stop trolling people. Leave Rem alone. Rem not really thinking about you. Now that you brought Rem up, she just posts some cute pictures up saying, people who want to be like her, which will be you, and whatever she said. I'll post those pictures and the video up later. But I want you guys to get in the comments. Tell me what y'all think about, what we talked about. And if I missed anything, I will really quick. I want to run over something about Basketball Wives. So Basketball Wives, came on last night. And now, with the way that the production is doing the show, Jennifer, the first few episodes, they were all on Jennifer about this marriage thing. Evelyn was beefing with, Jennifer mostly. But now the show has taken a different twist. It's more about Jackie, Christy, and her daughter fighting, which is weird. It's like her daughter want to fight her own mama. She don't want to fight nobody else on the show but her mama. And I'm not too sure about that. I will tell Shani, or whatever they call her, Banna. Jackie calls her Banna. Either way, you want to be careful with that. To go at your mama on TV like that is crazy. It's not, you really never come out on top like that. Chantel, Banna, whatever you want to go by. But you look very, very whack. You want everyone to choose sides. But let's just talk about the main thing. Evelyn always finds her way to slither into all the drama. Evelyn just has Evelyn used to be like a pretty girl, and she, act like a lady on the show. Now she's just there like a villain, just there. She never put on any clothes. She never looked good. She's always there with her forehead showing, with a big vein coming out of her forehead, ready to go in for the kill, right? So, with that being said, Evelyn, you gotta do something different, sis. And Jennifer, now that the red dot is off of Jennifer, now she's perpetuating Jackie Christie's drama to the top. She's playing Jackie and Banna. Maybe Jennifer's getting Jackie back for getting in her and Kristen's business and bringing it back to all the ladies. I have no idea, but it's looking very, very messy to where there's not one good, loyal person on that show. Usually you watch a show and you try to find someone who you relate to, someone who you think, okay, they're moving like I would move in a group like that. But no, you got Brittany Griner out there with her whole hijab on. This time she has a barack on, only showing her eyes. But the little heifer is nasty. nasty, mean, and just so nasty, so rude. Bitch this, bitch that. I thought she did in a few clips, the production like to highlight things like this. But in the beginning, Britney said a prayer to God. She didn't say a lie, she said God while she was wearing her hijab. She also was drinking liquor under her hijab. Now, Britney, since the show has finished rapping, 'cause the show is obviously playing now, but they're done filming, Britney is no longer Islam, and she is no longer with Kevin Gates. Now, with that being said, while she's on the show, the girls are calling Britney's cap, questioning her religion and her relationship with Kevin Gates. So, obviously, Kevin Gates is nowhere to be seen on the show, but Britney's trying to be on the show and be a good wife and change over her religion, but she's doing horrible at it. Like she is, I don't know what blasphemy and what's blasphemy in their religion is blasphemy, young. It's definitely blasphemy what's going on right now with on that show. Like Brittany Griner literally is praying to, wearing her hijab, praying to God, and drinking a glass of wine at the same time. So yeah. Anyway, on my way to work, thank y'all for catching up with the latest news. Hopefully, you punk asses. No, I'm kidding. Y'all will go ahead and tap in and check me out more in the mornings on my way to work, where I can kind of dissect how I feel about what's going on out here in these streets. Also, let's talk about Tia Camp and what's that dude's name? Charleston White. All right, Tia Camp and Charleston White, they've been going back and forth lately. Now Charleston White popped up on live saying he's going to call the cops on Tia Camp, press charges on her in the state of Miami-Dade County, because they don't play that online shit. He said he's going to play the victim, and he's going to go and press charges on her because she was harassing him on the phone while on live. She was recording him, and now he's saying that he's going to go and press charges. Now, those charges should already be the morning when Charleston White popped out there and said that he was going to do that. Now, I will say, sure, when Tia came back at Charleston, she literally came rash that Charleston had on the side of his face. Charleston had a little rash on the side of his face, and that big, yeah, it looks like Charleston White's, which in return put that little carpet burn on the side of his face, on the side of his mouth. So Tia, of course, went in on that. Charleston White going on Tia's tongue, which appears to be white, but Charleston White decided to go and brush his tongue before he got on live to talk about Tia's tongue. Did not get all the way in the back of his mouth because half of his tongue is pink and the other half is white. So when he used his little scraper that he was talking about, the T&D, he need to go further back in his mouth because Unc had a half pink tongue and a half white tongue. So I don't know if that means you said Tia's mouth is all the way funky and rotten because of her white tongue, because you got half and half. I guess your mouth is rotten as well. Okay? So both of y'all sharing white tongues and a rotten mouth. Anyway, y'all have a good day on purpose and be easy breezies.